Now that it's flu season and sick season, these are the most important things that parents need to know and understand about recognizing and managing dehydration in their sick kids. First, when to worry. Illnesses that increase losses of fluids, specifically gastrointestinal illnesses like with vomiting or diarrhea, or illnesses with high fever like flu with decreased oral intake, all set up children specifically for dehydration. So what are the signs? What are the worrisome things to look for? The first, significant decrease in energy, more listless. Second, dry, chapped lips and mouth. Normally they're moist when you're looking at them. And third, decreased urine output. What does that mean? More than 8 hours without peeing or less than 3 voids in 24 hours are the most reliable. These 3 things are the most reliable signs to know that you're dealing with dehydration on some level. The next most important thing for parents to recognize is that young children, especially infants, toddlers, and preschoolers, are more susceptible to dehydration than older children for 4 main reasons. 1, they have higher total body water. Water constitutes about 75% of the body weight of younger children. It's a lot closer to 60% of the body weight of adults. Therefore, smaller losses in water is equivalent to a larger fluid deficit. 2, they have increased losses from things like fever and breathing because they have a higher surface area to body weight ratio. 3rd, they have higher metabolic rates. So when they're sick, they increase losses of fluid beyond older kids and adults. And 4th, kids, even when they're sick and dehydrated, don't feel as thirsty, so they don't want to drink and often refuse fluids even when they need to drink. And the final, most important thing for parents to understand about dehydration is the choice of therapy. When you want to correct dehydration quickly and in a child at home, you have to pick the right solution, the right thing to give them. Otherwise, their dehydration will correct more slowly, or they might end up in the ER because they stay dehydrated. You need a balanced oral rehydration solution, and here's why. Here's the gut, here's the lining of your gut, here's the bloodstream. The way a child's body reabsorbs water to improve hydration is that sodium and glucose have to be present in the right ratio because they are actively transported into the lining of the gut and then again actively transported into the blood. And water then follows behind down the gradient of sodium. You have to have a solution that has a balanced and correct ratios of sodium and glucose in order to optimize this process and water in order to achieve rehydration more efficiently. The solution most parents are familiar with is Pedialyte. The problem I have with Pedialyte is 1, a lot of artificial ingredients, and 2, kids hate it, especially when they're sick. They're not going to drink it. If your kid won't drink it, it won't work. I've been using and trying Cure Hydration in my office, especially this flu season. Kids love it. Naturally sourced ingredients, natural sources of sodium and glucose, and kids drink it, and it hits the right ratios and corrects dehydration.